Hello again, everyone. This is Life versus Love, and I'm closing out the week for our accent theme. And you'll have to bear with me because, well, you do. And I'm not going to be looking at you as much because I'm going to be reading most of this because I'm not going to memorize our entire script for this week. So, the accent challenge. You've watched 6 videos so far. I'm going to skip all the introduction and stuff like that and just pretty much get right to it. Pronounce the following words: ant, roof, route, theater, iron, salmon, caramel, fire, water, New Orleans, pecan, both, again, probably, wash, data, Alabama, lawyer, coupon, mayonnaise, pajamas, cot, naturally, aluminum, crackerjack, doorknob, envelope, ruin, hill, milk, Antarctic, often, pronunciation. There's several words in there that will, for me specifically, vary in context, like aunt and aunt, or route and route, and things like that. Especially Alabama, though, because I have family down in the South, and if I talk to them for even 5 minutes, I'll be picking up the Southern accent, which is not pretty. I'll lose 30 IQ points. Anyway, New Orleans, another one. Pecan, I still say pecan, Southern thing. Pecan, I guess, might be in there. Don't think there's really any others. I don't normally say pajamas. I say PJs, and yeah, I don't really even say PJs anymore. I just call them boxers or nothing, because that's me. And yeah, I guess. My father, though, has some Yankee in him, and he says "warsh" instead of "wash," which is always fun. I make fun of him for it. And that's about it as far as those words go. Um, so, what is it called when you throw toilet paper on a house? I normally say toilet papering, but yeah, I understand the abbreviation to TPing or being TP'd or anything like that, I guess. What is a bubbly carbonated drink called? And even though Tom Tom will hate me for it, I will say soda. That's what it is, though I don't usually drink it. I've had a few in the past couple of days, like his friends brought them over, and I mix them with alcohol, usually. I don't drink soda by itself. What do you call gym shoes? I call them sneakers. I don't know where that came from. And I have some friends that call them trainers or just running shoes, things like that. What do you call your grandparents? I have several different things that I call my grandparents. On my mom's side, her dad was my papa, and although I never actually met my biological grandmother on my mother's side, I met my step grandmother, something like that. Don't know what the technical term is, but I called her Nanny. I never called either of them grandpa or grandma and anything like that. On my dad's side, I have my grandpa, and I just call him Grandpa Robert because I can. And his mom was Grandma Ryan, who I just called Grandma, but she died when I was 8, and my Grandpa Robert's third wife, actually, was Nana, until she died last year, actually. What do you call the wheeled contraption in which you carry groceries at the supermarket? That would be a cart. It's not much else. Down in the South, they call it a buggy, which is fun. I pick that up sometimes. Yeah. What is the thing you change the TV channel with? I vary. I call it the remote most often, though. But clicker sometimes, and my parents call it the channel changer, although they called me the channel changer until we got a TV with a remote. Yeah, my parents are old-fashioned like that. They kept the TVs that didn't have remotes until they died. Choose a book and read a passage from it. I have here The Shadow Rising, which is the fourth book in the Wheel of Time series by Robert Jordan. And I picked it because I love the way Robert Jordan writes. I didn't pick the passage or anything like that. But it's been a while since I read through this one, and I need to do that again, so bear with me. The dawn shadows shortened and paled as Rand and Matt jogged across the barren, still dark valley floor, leaving fog-shrouded Viridian behind. The dry air hinted at heat to come, but the slight breeze actually felt cool to Rand with no coat. That would not last. Full blistering daylight would soon be on them soon enough. They hurried as best they could in the hope of beating it, but he did not think they would. Their best was not very fast. Matt trotted in a pained shamble. Dark smear fanned across his face, and his coat hung open, revealing his unlaced shirt stuck to his chest by more drying blood. Sometimes he gingerly touched the thick wheal around his throat, nearly black now. Growling under his breath, he stumbled often, catching himself with the odd black-hafted spear and clutching at his head. He did not complain, though, which was a bad sign. Matt was a great complainer at small discomforts. If he was silent now, that meant he was in real pain. The old, half-healed wound in Rand's side felt as though something were boring into it, and the gashes on his face and head burned. Yet, lumbering along, half-hunched over his aching side, he hardly thought of his own hurts. He was all too conscious of the sun rising behind him, and the Aiel waiting on their bare mountainside ahead. There was water and shade up there, and help for Matt. The sun rising behind, and the Aiel ahead. Dawn and the Aiel. So, that's a quick, short passage from that book, and it makes me want to go back and read it again. Do you think you have an accent? No, I don't think I have an accent, and I'll debate with Tom later about where is the least accented portion in the US and things like that. But this area really doesn't have that much of an accent at all. I pick up accents really quickly. If I were to go down and speak to any of my family in Alabama or Atlanta or anything like that, I'd have my southern accent back really quickly. And yeah, but otherwise, no, I don't think I do. Be a wizard or a vampire. And of course, I'm going to go with wizard because wizards are awesome, and I will not deal with the vampires thing. Although I am a huge fan of True Blood, guilty pleasure. Go ahead and hate me if you must. I don't care. I like it. Lord of the Rings, any day other than that, or Harry Potter. I'd prefer either of them if you must go with those references, such as Piper did. End the vlog by saying any 3 words you want to. That would be swashbuckle, cattywampus, and bubble. That's it for my portion of this week's vlog theme. I look forward to seeing you all again, I hope. I was only filling in for New York Skies while she was off away doing military stuff this past 2 weeks. But hopefully I'll get to do this again sometime. I had fun doing it, and I hope you did too. Bye. Bubble.